Houses are popping up in cities across the country, but there's one city in particular where you won't find many of them. Oregon's capital, Salem. But as KGW's Keely Chalmers found out today, that could be changing.
Yeah, that's right, Joe. Under current city code, tiny homes like this one cannot be used as accessory dwelling units. In other words, here in Salem, you cannot put one of these tiny homes on your property and then rent it out. But that may soon be changing.
Tiny houses. They seem to be all the rage these days. There's even tiny house hotels and tiny house campgrounds. But one place you won't find many tiny homes is Salem.
I think we're the only city of any size in Oregon that doesn't currently allow them, so we want to rectify that.
The city's zoning codes, which date back to the 1920s, don't address accessory dwelling units, which these tiny homes are often used for. They're also known as granny flats or mother-in-law suites.
And people are enamored with tiny spaces, tiny houses.
Lou Pereira builds tiny homes like this one. His company, Tiny Mountain Houses, which is ironically based in Salem, ships homes all across the country. He hopes he can soon bring his tiny homes home.
Everywhere you look, there's somebody talking about a tiny house. So there's a lot of interest in what we do.
That's because tiny homes offer not only simple but affordable living, something planners say the city of Salem desperately needs. A recent study found Salem will need about 3,000 additional housing units to meet its projected population growth over the next 20 years.
We think it's the future, both in terms of livability and in terms of affordability.
The city has already granted builder Eric Olson a special permit to build homes in the new Fairview Addition subdivision with ADUs.
It has its own separate entrance.
No doubt a popular idea. Most of the homes have already sold.
You essentially double the density without really decreasing the livability of it.
It would be a big change to bring in the tiny homes, but one Salem planners say is long overdue.
We really want to find the balance between, that not be as dense as Portland, but find something that's really right for Salem.
And right now, the city of Salem is putting together an advisory council to draft new regulations regarding ADUs and tiny homes like this one here. They're expected to vote on those new regulations this winter. As for how much tiny homes like this cost, well, this one here, which is about 18 feet long, starts at about $40,000 and goes up from there.